Hey, this is day 3 of the Strong Woman Challenge. Trigger warning, there are topics of DV and SA in this video. These topics cause women with experience of domestic violence and sexual assault trigger responses and relapse. This leads to extreme flashbacks, which causes panic attacks, difficulty breathing, and chest pain, which could lead to something worse in the future. By that I mean when you're obsessing over something that upsets you, you are actually causing yourself an early age heart attack. The best thing to do if you do feel like this may be to think about your options and your values in life, whether you're dealing with physical abuse, verbal abuse or mental abuse. This could all end up leading to emotional abuse. A toxic relationship isn't good or acceptable under any circumstances, and it won't be good for the long term either if you do choose to have children. So speak to someone that you trust. I just want to let you know that I'm always available for a conversation, or you could also speak to a trusted adult or a friend. And if you do see signs of a woman that you know suffering from domestic violence, even if you're not a therapist, your advice could be something that they need to hear. It could be a wake-up call for them that could end up saving their life. And of course, the number to call for domestic violence is 1-800-RESPECT. That's 1-800-737-732. This is something that nobody ever mentions. So today I'm taking 137 step-ups for the Strong Woman Challenge. This is because there is an estimated amount of approximately 137 women who die every day from domestic violence from their husbands. When I first saw this challenge come up, I didn't see it as a challenge but more of an opportunity, or an open window if you will, for victims to talk about their domestic violence experience. I want to mention as well, in these videos I speak for myself. I'm not speaking on behalf of any other woman, and in my own experience I've never experienced domestic violence or sexual assault from an ex-boyfriend or any family members. I've never had a partner do anything like that, no physical contact, even if it was our first time meeting. And I have a really loving family with great men who would put their lives on the line to save another person's life. My general experiences have all come from strangers, obsessive stalkers who were twice my age, who have turned to workplace violence in the past several times after repeatedly being told no, which I would probably describe these experiences to be something a little out of a Hollywood thriller film. So just in saying that, I wouldn't really consider myself to be a victim or a survivor of domestic violence, but I do know what it's like to have several different strangers stalking you and targeting you while you're alone, and then being thrown down on the floor and trying to get on top of you. I've always escaped these situations, but it's always made me wonder why women who are at high risk of these things happening don't have protection from predators. We're not allowed to carry a handgun or mace or tasers or even a knife, and we can't really rely on the justice system at all to protect us either, as women are rarely believed or helped with anything other than an AVO that wouldn't save us from death. That's what we're trying to work on at the moment. So what I'm trying to say is you don't need to be a survivor to complete this challenge. You don't need to actually have any domestic violence or sexual assault experience to support women, because I know that the people that do will probably find this really hard to talk about. I don't actually know a single friend or colleague of mine that hasn't told me about a stalking, abusive or sexual assault experience that they've had, and most people that I do know have had domestic violence incidences from a boyfriend or husband, so we're here to be their voices for them. There had been a rapid increase in men killing women in New South Wales since COVID started. Thousands and thousands of our mothers, sisters and daughters have died. Mothers in particular have experienced this for a very long time and have been dealing with it for a long time as well. The next in line in our generations are our daughter and nieces. It's probably safe to say that they're going to have it pretty bad too if men don't make a change and consider that women are not property. 93% of women do not report domestic violence and sexual assaults. It's because it's not always safe to report and not enough protection from men. Indigenous women, young women and pregnant women are particularly at risk, and this leads to them being homeless. ActionAid is working towards funds that can provide shelters for emergencies and women escaping violence in countries like Uganda, Bangladesh and India. So please get involved by hitting that donation button. Women are never believed in violence, so let's step up to make a change. Come on. I've just completed completed today's first challenge. Please, if anyone else would like to get involved, we would highly appreciate you joining on helping end violence that everyday women experience and all women around the world.